This is going to be a Mother's Day card, and I've just scored it down there. You probably can't see it, but it'll be able to bend afterwards. And I think this is going to be really quite simple, but I'm just going to plan this a little bit so that I know it's going to fit nicely. So I'm drawing a kind of ellipse there, very, very gently in pencil, because if you press too hard, you won't be able to erase any mistakes later. And then we want to have kind of across the bottom here, so if that's kind of the middle line of that ellipse, we want to have another smaller ellipse about like that, just to kind of give us a feeling of what's going on. And then let's do something like that. So this will come down there, these two hooks, and this is kind of coming out in a bigger hook like that, and that will come there. Okay, I have zoomed in a bit here, and what I am going to do is I'm going to draw kind of a curve like that, and then this will come down to join this kind of outside curve, and then here that will go there, and that will go there, and then we're going to want 1 and 2. It's not too difficult. And now I'm going to come up there and just do kind of nice kind of wiggly lines like that. Again, curl up there and down, and so they're a bit like kind of wings, I suppose, aren't they? And then here I'm going to come out to that, to the edge of this ellipse, and then I'm going to come out around like that, and again here. So this is a kind of Chinese chrysanthemum-y kind of a thing. I'm going to have one sprout coming out there, another sprout coming out there. This one should have flicked a bit more. I'm going to put little dots on the end as well, just to make it more interesting. And I'm going to put flicks there, and there too. And now all we need is kind of two, these will be, I suppose, like sepals in a way. And I suppose in some ways this is quite like kind of William Morris wallpaper design as well, I suppose. Now that can go up there, and then we want to just slightly curve these more and more as you come around, and then this will be curved that direction until in the end it's kind of mirroring the curve that you've got there. And then we can put kind of one there and one there. Let's get these into the middle of these kind of petally bits, and then we can kind of split those that way. And here again, this is sort of feel that it's coming from this point about here, so that's going to want to come kind of like that, and then we want that to start curving in the other direction. Again, this is sort of coming from this point, so we'll have that one going out there, and if you want some more, kind of split those in half. And again here, that will be coming there, and this will be coming up there, and this will start curving down, and again you can split those bits if you want. I'm going to need a bit of cross-hatching shading style in there, and here too. So you want to make sure that is actually crossing, which looks a bit tricky there, so I'm now going to... Still in the camera? Yes. I'm going to take this kind of back the other direction here. Have a bit there too. And I think we're going to need some in there, just to kind of take that further back. Now we can add some extra kind of modelling, some sort of three-dimensional feeling there, and these will want to kind of curve in these kind of sepals, which are the green bits which kind of hide the flower before it bursts open. These need some shade under there too. Bring this down there and curl it around. Similarly here, and curl it around. And then you're going to want to bring that up there to get a nice curve going there as well. And then we want to kind of sort of flick that around to there. And you're going to want to curl that out like that. And then the stem below, I'm going to start that about, let me think. So it's coming here. I'm going to want that there and that bit there. And then we can take the rest of the stem right off the bottom of the card. And then we can do these petals. Petals? No, these are the leaves. Like that. And some lines coming that way and then up into each leaflet. Leaflet? That's the thing that comes through your letterbox. Politicians like sending leaflets. We can tell that we have a general election coming quite soon. I'm thinking politicians and leaflets. Now when you are sure that it is dry, and really make sure that it's dry, then you can erase those pencil lines. And people often ask me about these pens that I use. These are called Rotring Ticky Graphics, and I use these because they are waterproof. When you've got them dry, they're waterproof, and you can just put watercolour straight over the top. And that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm not using thick paint. This is watercolour is all about letting the light of the paper shine through. And I'm just going to leave those little bits there as kind of highlights. And then I think what I might do is I'm just going to paint wiggly, because I think this looks like lips. And I'm just going to leave a little. I think it looks like a kind of what's that flower in the Little Shop of Horrors, isn't it? That's right. And the lips. This looks like a pair of lips to me. If I add a little bit more, I could add a little bit more like that, couldn't I? So I'm just kind of dropping a bit more colour in there and down at the bottom like that. In which case I could probably do a bit more here as well. This is everything I said I wasn't going to do. I'm making it more complicated. I was going to make it nice and easy. And I haven't finished doing that one in there either. So I'll just put a bit of darker in there as well, just a shadow. And there too. So I'll mix up some yellow, I'll mix up some green. Don't be scared mixing watercolours, just do it, see what happens. And if it's not right, then clean it up and do it again. So I'm thinking I might kind of have a bit of highlight on some of these leaves just to make them look a bit glossier. So to make the highlight, you just leave some space, don't paint it, and just leave the white of the paper underneath it. Just going to add a little bit of blue into that green just to then drop in a bit of shadow, which I'm going to put. So I'm going to sort of drop that in on the underside of the leaves and down this side of the stem. And now that bit is dry, I fancy making that just a bit darker actually. So, which you can do with watercolour. You can always kind of, if you lay a little bit on first, you can always add a bit more later. But if you kind of go dark right from the beginning, then you're kind of stuck. And I'm making this darker now because once I put the green on, then the pink seemed to fall away. And then now I feel I want to make that a bit more intense. So I'm just adding a bit more bluey green. And there we go. I hope you like that. And if you're doing it for Mother's Day, I hope your mum likes it too. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, why not go and have a look at this other video and learn to draw a vase of tulips, or have a go at the mystery drawing. Either way, make sure you're subscribed to this channel for lots more drawing videos, and why not go and get my ebook, Everyone Can Draw, because everyone can draw. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.